Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Aquarius. Today is your day. You have the sun and the new moon both in your sign. You don't have another sign that is actually influencing you in the external, the sun, the light, the eye, and in the internal, right? The moon, the looking deep within, and the introverted and the extroverted are both now connected here with this beautiful card. This is Apollo sitting in front of the Taj Mahal. And the Taj Mahal is a sign for everlasting love. And here Apollo sits here at the porch and is looking out. And so here we recognize now that you have respectively the sun, the light, and the moon, the dark, in your sign, giving you through Uranus, which is a generational planet, the energy to begin something new by planting a seed at this new moon, at this moment, to start something new, right? And remember, Pluto has moved into your sign as well, and so Pluto is going to bring you the mystic, the spiritual, the secrets, and so the shadow sides as well, right? And so here you are recognizing that you have a visitor, a very mysterious visitor, and that you are today able to really see from both perspectives, right, from the light and from the dark, what is happening. For you, I gave you the light plank position here in yoga. You stretch yourself up with one leg and one arm, while the other leg and the other arm are touching the water and the earth, because you are bringing the water and to the earth. At the same time, you are an air sign and you're stretching yourself up into the sky. And so here you become the eighth star, right? The star here on earth. And that just today, through the sun and the moon, this moment exists really only once per year. But if we include all the other moments of Pluto being in your sign, etc., and Uranus and all the other planets, then this moment exists really only once in your life. So you are the King of Swords. And here in this deck we have a masculine and a feminine King of Swords. Is your birthday between January 9th and February 7th, then this is your court card. I leave it up to you to pick the masculine or the feminine part. Here the samurai, and here the princess that is putting the stars on her dress, which for me looks like Uranus, right? And so if this is not your birth date, please look in the description below. I have listed all the cards there with their dates. Back to the last reading, where Capricorn Sun gave Aquarius Moon the light. The message was to love others with a radical acceptance is now your focus. Not much to say, right? That you are now invited to recognize that the path towards you, the introverted path to the left, right? This is your last reading to the left. After this, we're going out to your full moon again, which you get in your opposite sign, which is Leo. To see that everything speaks to us, right? That the message is always like, okay, what do I feel when I look at this card? And of course, you know that I'm using the numbers because numbers don't lie. Numbers are very honest. You are the 11th house of community and technology, and so here you are already having a very important number, which is the 11th, which is the inner teacher that appears, right? And you are, as Aquarius, the visionary, personality that finds the new ideas, that is looking and searching for whatever we can now in the new technology accept, right? Some of the things we're a little like, okay, do we really need that? But it's pushing, right? And so we have almost no chance. Great. So we read to the left one last time. And of course, now for Uranus, I'm going to pick an extra card. The Fool is connected with Uranus, but on the Fool, I have here the Visconti Sforza Tarot, one of the oldest intact tarot decks that exist. But as you can see, those cards are quite beautiful. They're restored. And here I have the Carrie Yale Visconti, and you can see they're not restored. They're really old, and it's important to recognize that. But there's another reason why I am picking for Uranus, which is a new beginning, this deck. This deck has, like here in the Tarot of Mystical Moments, all the court cards have a masculine and a feminine part. And so this is nothing new, right? And it's interesting that I gave you this deck. It's just every zodiac sign has their own deck, and it just happened either by year, because I go from the 15th century to now 2024, right? I haven't found one in 2024. But what I realized is I have this deck for quite a while, but I'm now using it 2024 for Uranus, right? And so let's see what this deck is bringing. It's because I want the world to know that history repeats itself, right? And this is why I am using this deck, and it's important that you understand why. So let's see, you got the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is connected with the constellation Jupiter in Leo, and Jupiter in Leo is, of course, the expansion. Leo is your opposite sign. Leo is already talking here in saying, well, here you can celebrate. Here you can actually really feel that you are ready to accept that whatever you feel as a victory that is coming to you now, and you can see really how old these cards are, right? And you see that they have not been restored. And so because Jupiter is here talking to you through Jupiter in Leo, I want to have a look at the deck that I have for Jupiter, and I want to see, right, what is Jupiter telling you? Jupiter is saying, well, expand into the passion of Leo. And so right now I just want to pick a card, because for me this is quite auspicious that you have right now this moment. And the card is the magic of the night. And the magic of the night here, you see the elephant, you see an owl that is putting its wing protectively over the young. And the elephant is facing out, right? And it's almost like here the 46 is, of course, the 4, the emperor, and the 6 that is here. And it's really beautiful because the 4 and the 6 is a 10, and the 10 is then that new cycle that you begin, because the 6 of Wands is that victory, is that person that goes out and says, well, I'm gonna now, after this moment, right, after this new moon is finished, already the path goes out, right? So I could almost place it here, and it's like victorious, you're going out with an elephant that is helping you and protecting you. And so the 10 plus the 6 is the 16, which is the tower. And then out of the tower we get the 7, a new emotional maturity, an emotional intelligence that is actually supporting you on a very strong level, right? And so I can see that you are feeling that Uranus is bringing you quite a very strong, beautiful energy in taking action and seeing that here the 6 of Wands is talking. Now, I of course want to see what the Fool is bringing also with the Visconti Sforza Tarot, and so you get here the Knight of Swords, and that's Gemini. And the Knight of Swords is almost the person that is in the rider weight, right? We have the man on the horse celebrating and really being excited, and you're not going to the right like here the person that sits on the horse and that goes out to the extroverted path, right? But here in this deck see 6 wands that are indicating, yes, you will go out. Yes, you have the help here of the elephant and the owl, right, that is protecting its little one. And so you are safely going through Gemini, which is connected with the planet Mercury, who brings the information. You need to go deeper down the rabbit hole and see what it is that you now need to mentally understand and really bring forth. And so the 10 and the 6 is 16, the 7 is left, and then 3 more, you get a 10. The 10 is a new beginning, you stepping forward, right? Here, the 3rd zodiac sign of you communicating with yourself in a very glorious and also victorious way, right? That you are accepting, yes, I can be someone that says to itself, yes, I can do this. Yes, I am really someone that is victorious. Then on the position of the magician comes the magic. Look at that. You get the 33, and the 33 with this 3, the 3rd house of communication, you get 3 times the 3. But the 33 is the state of consciousness that you need to achieve as a degree, as a 33 degree, that the secret brotherhoods have created, right, as a step in forward, right, from 0 to 33 degrees. And so here, 3 times the 3, you get the empowerment out of the 3rd chakra, that the Holy Trinity is something magic. Out of that we can create something new. And so here you have the 1 left, right? Because I don't calculate that together, I leave portals, but if I would calculate it together, you get a 7 here as well, right? And you had a 7 here with the wand, and of course with the 46, right? So you have then, if I calculate it together, a 7-7 portal framing the 3. But I leave the 3-3-3, right? It's so much more powerful. It's a portal, and the magician is watching all of it. Now I wanted to see what is coming through this magic, and you get the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is Jupiter in Libra, and so I can now calculate the 1 and the 4 together into a 5, which are the 5 senses. Because here the 4 of swords is the meditation. You see, she is in a triangle, but the base is the square, the 4, but up to the tip it's a triangle, 4 times the 3. And it's pointing in this way. It's almost like, remember this one sword? Here are 4 swords and he holds 1 sword, and that's the truth that's coming down. So then there is a 5, right, with the sword here, but we have a 5 with the magician when I calculate that together, because this is a 3, 3, 3. But I can also calculate the 4 and 3, that's a 7, and with the 1 and 8. The 8 then is you when we calculate the 17 together, right? You see, numbers, they are amazing, right? They really don't lie, they really are accurate, and so I am using them quite a lot. Then on the position of the High Priestess comes here the Ace of Wands, and so here we have a 3 again. So you have 4 times the 3, right, here with Gemini, the 3rd house of communication, then the 3, 3, and here now with the intuition of the High Priestess, you get 4 times the 3, and 4 times the 3 is very clear, letting you know you are on a very intuitive level. Understand that here the 6 of Wands are also 3, 3, right, that cross each other to create a pattern. And when you unite body, mind, and soul, in your masculine side, body, mind, and soul, in your feminine side, which is exactly here what the feminine and the masculine king are bringing here to you as the 11th house of community and technology. So Uranus brought you also that, right? If you find deep within you the 3 stages in the masculine, the 3 stages in the feminine, then you can be victorious. And that's what this is really meaning. It's not like, oh, you're victorious, you know. It's kind of like you have, on a spiritual level, really understood something. And that's why you have now the magic of the night, right? And the magic of the night is here, the magic, the 33, right? And here you have a 4 and a 6. So you see already that the signs are coming down. And so 4 times the 3 is clearly letting you know the heart now is understanding how magic works, is understanding how true power works. And so then you can act upon that one intuitive thought that is coming to you, so that you can make a decision into the 3, because the 3 is the new one. And here you have 1 wand and 6 wands, which are 7 wands, right? So the 7, the crown chakra, is talking to you here and saying, well, remember, here is the opening of your crown chakra. And here we recognize that the information is also coming down, but also going up. On the position of the Empress, which is connected with Venus, comes the last judgment. For me, this is the calling. This is something that you need to do. And so the 20 is connected actually with Pluto. And Pluto is in your sign now, and that's what Pluto is doing. Pluto is bringing you a call, the 20, the 2, right? The duality, the High Priestess, right? Uniting things so that you understand what it's all about. But now with the 3 and the 20, we get a 23. And that's then a 5. The 5 senses, again, letting you know, are the most difficult part in overcoming. And so recognize again and again when the 5 comes that you have to figure out that you have to figure out that the 4 swords with the sword of Gemini creates 5 swords, right? So there are 5 thoughts deep within you, but through meditation you understand the message. Sitting here, then in the tent of 3, the point up, right, to the crown chakra. Then on the position of Aquarius in the moon comes here the 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles is connected with Jupiter in Capricorn. Capricorn, the goat, the devil, the attachment, or the cutting of the source, is letting you know, step up, get up, and notice the infinite 8 here that you're balancing in, and that you are creating matter, right? That you're creating things which is facing outwards. So this is an extroverted energy that you are really creating with 2 coins. A powerful moment. Maybe you even bought an apartment or you have a house. And so the 18 of the moon and the 2 is then again a 20. And the 20 was your calling to now understand on a deeper level the 5 senses. And you are, right? Because then you understand that the 2 is left here, and that you are learning whatever there is to learn in the material world, and it's always an extroverted energy. Then on the position of the King of Swords, let's take the masculine first, comes the 5 of Wands. And you have 6 wands, right at the beginning, which is then here 11 wands, and the 11 is the inner teacher, but you also got 1 more wand, that's 12 wands, and 12 is the Hanged Man, and 12 is also all 12 zodiac signs, and 12 is becoming a 3. And so you feel that you're learning to play the game. Outward, extroverted, inward, you're playing the game, right? Of how can you win? How can you be a samurai that doesn't get bedazzled by nothing, right? Or how to see that you can put the stars on your dress yourself and be a star. And so the 11 here with the 5 could be a date, right? 5-11 or 11-5, because I don't calculate it together, but it would become the 16, and the 16 again is the Tower, and there the 7 appears. So understand that duality, that's our biggest difficulty. And then of course in the 5 fingers, the 5 senses, you're learning through the 12 wands that things are always going to be a little bit like, how can I arrange things in a way that I am of course winning, right? And how can I arrange myself with spirit so that I can become really a winner that plays with this life, because that's what this is about, right? It's like measuring yourself with others. Then I'm leaving them all 3, comes on the position of Aquarius in the Sun. Here, the King of Pentacles, which is a Taurus. So here we have the 19 plus the 2, the second house of self-worth, creates a 21, and the 21 is the World. And the World then becomes a 3. But right now, see that a 2-2 portal is framing the 5. And you're learning to stand up here, and even on the horns are connected with our hair, and the hair is the third eye, is that connection that we get the information. And so Taurus is bringing you a stability, the same way Capricorn is bringing you a stability. These are the earth signs, right? And you understand all of a sudden, yeah, I think I want to be stable when I play the game here through how I'm gonna work things out with buying an apartment, or even buying another one, or even buying a house, having the money. You have here 3 coins. You have the person standing here the same way she's standing here and balancing, and it's very interesting, right? So it's a 2-2 portal, and the 2-2 portal is the 22. And what is the 22? 22 is the Fool. The Fool is 0 and 22 major arcana, and here you have that one thought. Here you have the communication of a Gemini that is saying, well, listen, always listen to all the signs, right? Recognize that everything speaks to you. And so here you have quite a beautiful message, a message that is bringing you the 21. The 21 here is the world, and so you can shine out into the world that which you have now become. Then on the position of the moon as an oracle, we need to take the moon card again. We got the number 1, right? A tidy house, clarity, and organization. And it seems to me that that's what you like. It seems to me that the one and only, that house that you have actually maybe managed to buy, or that apartment that you managed to buy, is now coming to you as a place that you can rest your subconscious, because the 18 plus the 1 is the 19. Then you gain here the clarity of why you're here, and why are there still certain mystery energies coming to you. But because of the sun, right, which is the 19, you understand that here is a deeper message, because on the position of the moon came the 2 of Pentacles, and so you get a 3 here, right? And of course, the 19 here with the moon, you have the 10, which is, of course, a new cycle. Like I said, a new cycle, something begins new, and you feel that you are really enjoying yourself. You have a house, you have a place, you have now that moment where you can enjoy yourself. And so I want to see what brings here this tiny house, and we got the Tower. So the Tower is quite in reverse, not as scary than when it would come up right. So the Tower is saying, yes, you did whatever you can do to now achieve a place that is really yours. The 16 plus the 1 is the 17. That's where you can stand and feel safe. That's where you can be the star. That's where you feel that here, remember this 10, right, is giving you the new beginning, giving you the place to really stand up there and be like, yeah, I have achieved something, right? I have really arrived at home. And so the 17 then turns into an 8. So you're happy. You're really happy. You're excited. And you know that you are clearly in a place of being safe, right? That's all I can say, because the Tower is coming reversed. So it's not falling apart. Things are not falling apart. They're falling into place. And that's what this moment here is saying to you, because the 17 came up. You came up. You as a star. Because then on the position of the sun comes here the lake, right? The number 31. So we have a 4, and here we have the 19, which is a 10. That's the 14, temperance, being tempered, right? And out of temperance comes the 5 again, and the 5 are the 5 senses. So see in your clarity that you are now able to dive deep, have your castle, have the place that you love, because here you got the King of Pentacles, right? Here, the 31 plus the 2 creates a 33 again. Then you can rest assured that you have everything you need, right? Towards the financial security, diving deep. You have your castle back here, and you can dive deep into your subconscious, because now the sun is giving you the help to go deep and see what it is that you want to experience in your own house, which is here with the 2 of Pentacles, right? And so the 22, which is above here, I'm just gonna hold this like this. You see the 22, and then below here the 1 and the 31, right? It's very fascinating. You really recognize that here on the 22, the Knight of Swords, right, the Gemini, the communication through Mercury, has brought you the 33, the magic, right? And how did you get the magic? Through the meditation, through the 4 of Swords, which is Jupiter in Libra, constellation Jupiter in Libra. And Jupiter again is that expanding out. Jupiter, right, in Leo brought you the elephant and the owl, and so, and the 10. Very mystical, this reading, very beautiful. And so I wanted to see what is it that you experience here, and you get the Chariot reverse again, right? Reverse. And the other one was to the left, right? The 4 of Swords. So the 7, the Chariot, the emotional intelligence that you gain while going deeper into the lake. And so the Chariot, right, reverse, it's kind of like saying, well, maybe this is quite an intense moment, because the sun is bringing that. Your ego, your outer shell is saying, well, go deeper, really go deeper, go really dive deep down, because you did get the 2, right? The 2 and the 31 was the 33, and the 33 is that state of consciousness that is able to dive down and recognize, yes, in my emotional intelligence, I need to do a few more things so that I can really arrive, so that I can really feel comfortable, so that I can really feel at home, right? Because then on the position of the world, the last card here, you get the 8 of Swords. And the 8 is then, of course, connected with your number, right? The 8 here as the 17 calculated together, the Earth star. And so the 3 of the 21 calculated together, we get the 8 and the 3, the 11. And the 11, like I said, is the inner teacher that is helping you to see in the dark now, because you're going down to the new moon, you're going into the seat, and you see where do you want to go, and you want to go up into the world. It's really funny. It's almost like she's looking up the skirt of the world. She's looking into the core of the world. And it's really funny. The 11, the inner teacher comes, right? Then the wisdom comes, the knowledge comes to you, and you realize this on a very profound level, because the world is connected with Saturn, and Saturn is the lesson and are the borders. But also Jupiter in Gemini is coming here to you. And remember, at the beginning you had here Gemini, and so Gemini brings you that 1 sword and is saying, yes, look up, see all the 8 swords that block you, see the 4 swords, right, that hinder you. So 4 and 8 is 12, and 1 sword more is 13. 13 swords, that's the transformation. And I think the transformation comes through Pluto, that has moved into your sign and is going to stay for 20 years. So you better get used to have this generational planet. So it could be a child, right? If you give birth to a child now, it's going to be influenced through Pluto in Aquarius, and you're going to be witnessing the growth cycle of this child through this period. And so going deep down, going into the seed of the new moon is what is at the core here. And you also see the Six of Wands as that, yes, you have already 6 energies going up, and you understand also now that the elephant is looking at you and saying, but I am here. I am bringing you the stability. I am bringing you the owl that is protecting this little child, right? And the 8, that is you, and the 10, right? And then the 18 calculated here together gets us the 9, and the 9 is the completion. And so I feel like this is a very special moment, a completion, a moment of like 11, right? You have arrived 11, and also of course here the 10, it's then of course 3 times the 1. You see, right, the message is clear. You need to fill in your story in all the numbers and in all the connections, right? But in the end, you know what the story is really telling you, and you know that the seed knows how to go up and grow, right? And the seed that you are planting today will be a very important seed, right? That is then in your next full moon, when Jupiter and Leo are talking here. Leo is bringing you the light for the full moon, is saying then you can really truly be victorious. Wow, what a beautiful message. I hope I see you in the next one, because that's when we get the sun in Pisces, which is the path of love. Until then, I wish you a beautiful ceremony today for you, and thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.